CYBERISLE 2019, and with me is David, whose job, he tells me, is, well, a sort of professional hacker. Is that correct? I mean, that's what you do. You test systems, I'm guessing.
So corporates and organisations will engage with us to hack into their networks and their applications to see if we can find security weaknesses, ideally before the bad guys find them and do nasty things to the environment, so we can help them secure their networks. And part of that, we do a lot of incident response, so when it unfortunately has occurred that they've been breached, we can come in and help them understand how it happened and how to stop it from happening again.
Clearly we hear the stories all the time that people haven't got any systems really in place and they pay the price for it. It's all about protection, being proactive, is it?
In an ideal world, absolutely. There's a lot of options there that you can put in place to provide that protection. For us, though, it's trying to identify where those can be applied in a risk-managed approach, and just make things harder for the malicious actors to do their part of the job.
Must be a fascinating job. Are you ever the poacher turned gamekeeper?
No, always a professional. It's very important to stick on the right side of that side of the law, and we're there to provide assurance to our clients about their approach to security and where they can make improvements. And as I said, when they've had a breach, helping them to understand how the breach occurred and mitigate it.
The playing field is always moving, right?
Oh, very much so, every day. So we're keeping up, and pace with that is an ongoing effort. It's actually what interests us and probably why we do the job, because we're always learning and there's always new ways of attacking infrastructure and applications and gaining access to data. And the malicious parties are doing their research and finding new ways and novel ways of extracting information, and we have to keep up with that as well.
For just an average person watching this, they're at home, all they're doing is every now and again coming across the wrong site, being asked for a password, being one of those phishing things that goes on, whatever. I mean, what advice can you give to Joe Blogs at home?
Basically, always verify. Don't trust things blindly. So if an email comes in and it seems too good to be true, it should be ringing a few bells. And certainly, if a system's asking you to put in your username and password, question it. Why am I being asked this? Does this feel right? And if you have any concerns, don't get in contact with the company. And if you think you have provided your credentials, then get in touch and get them reset as quickly as possible to sort of mitigate the risk.
Will there ever be a day when we can trust everybody and eye retina scans or whatever it's going to be?
Unfortunately not. In fact, biometrics are great for identification of who the individual claims to be. They shouldn't be used for authentication. We're getting into all kinds of trouble when that occurs. And in fact, we did a test a few years back where we were able to bypass biometrics for logging into the application by using a printing out picture of somebody else's face.
I thought that wasn't going to happen.
Well, it still does.
Yeah, if you're clever about it. So what do you think of this event today?
It's absolutely fantastic. Great venue, huge turnout and interest, which is superb. Thoroughly looking forward to my talk in a little while, where I'll be covering business email compromise. So actually, corporations have used Office 365 or other providers to put their email into the cloud where it should be better protected, but they're not applying the right security controls, and malicious actors are coming in, getting access to people's mailboxes at a corporate level, not a personal level, but then using it to pay away money from the business. And some of the losses can be quite staggering. We dealt with a case last week where $900,000 were stolen in one attack, which is obviously quite crippling to the business, and something we try and help businesses avoid. So looking forward to it.
Well, I'd say one of those things we could talk for hours about. I mean, and for you, finally, you must keep coming across something new each day, and you have to go, wow, that's a new one, and then you have to go investigate that and work out a way around that one.
Absolutely, and it doesn't finish, and it's pretty much 24/7, and we all enjoy it to a certain extent. No, obviously we don't enjoy companies having a loss or individuals having an impact, but there's always different nuances and different ways of doing things, and it keeps you learning, and that actually is part of the challenge and actually good fun to be doing.